This program is a collaboration between the Westchester and Brooklyn Shlichut program of the Jewish Agency for Israel, the Westchester Jewish Council Israel Connection series, and the Middle East Center led by Tom Wegner, who is here with us. And this collaboration grew out of a shared desire to speak with the Middle East and not about the Middle East, and to try to bring real human voices from the region that can bring fresh perspectives about the relationship with Israel and to broaden our worldview of the region. So today's meeting will focus on Israel and Lebanon, and we are not aiming to provide a full historical overview of the relationship between the countries, but rather our goal is to highlight specific voices from the region that are often less heard in broader conversations. So I am now honored to introduce Tom Wegner, who is the founder of the Middle East Center and the author of the Abrahamic Revolution. Tom is an Israeli strategic consulate, served as a spokesperson for Prime Minister Ehud Barak, and has worked with international institutions such as the United Nations, the European Union, and the World Bank. Throughout his career, he has supported numerous Israeli-Arab coexistence initiatives, and I encourage you to sign up for our upcoming meetings through the Westchester Shlichut and Brooklyn Shlichut publication. Please feel also free to reach out either to me, Hila, the Shlicha in Westchester, or to Lior, the Shlicha of Brooklyn, for additional information. So with that, I am passing it to Tom, who will facilitate this conversation.
Thank you, Ella. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. It's a pleasure to host this important Israeli-Lebanese dialogue taking place at an historical moment. On one hand, military clashes between Israel and Hezbollah have not really ceased. On the other hand, we are witnessing an unprecedented phenomenon within the Lebanese public opinion, where more and more voices are openly calling for peace with Israel, or at least for a referendum on it. Is peace between Lebanon and Israel a distant dream or a realistic scenario? We will discuss this today to find out. First, let me introduce the Lebanese friends joining us this evening. The Lebanese singer Carine Bassili from the Christian community, who will be joining us soon, and Ali Mrad, a peace activist from the Shia Lebanese community, which is typically considered Hezbollah basis of support. From the Israeli side, joining me this evening is my friend to the establishment of the Abrahamic movement, Selena Rayan, the manager of the Israeli-Lebanese Telegram group. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
First of all, let's start with you, Ali, because Carine will be joining us soon. So you come from the Shia community in Lebanon, which is considered to be, always traditionally considered to be the hostile community towards Israel among the Lebanese communities. How would you describe the change in the Shia community and in you personally in the last years or after the last clashes between Israel and the Hezbollah?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Pleasure to be here and hope we do something for our future, for our peace together. And we are working on it. So things, based on my personal experience, has been changed for the last few years. The relation I used to see the Israeli, how I used to see Israel itself, how I used to see the Israeli people completely changed once I get more into the Israeli people's life and I see them differently than I grew up on. I listened to the other side of the story because we grew up listening for one side of the story, mixing with the Jewish people, Israeli people. It'll give you an opportunity to know more about the history from their side, the lifestyle, the conflicts from both sides. So things completely changed and I have different view now than before. Lebanese-wise, now I can see a little bit different, like especially with the Shia community. Still, there is, because we suffer a lot from that conflict, especially because of the border. Most of the villages from the south, it's a Shia community. These people, they suffered the most from this conflict between these two countries. But for the last war, and now people, they're more easy, more open about peace talk. Like, we never be able to say like, let's have a peace with Israel. Never able to say like, now you hear even through my family, through people that I know, yes, we want peace. Maybe not to be normalization, maybe the next step to open embassies and visit each other, but they are aiming now at least for a peace agreement, let's say. Don't interfere in my business. I don't interfere in your business. Don't attack me. I don't attack you, which is very good step to hear this community. That majority, they saying it, but they say it quietly indoors. They are still scared to go publicly, but there is some people who they are on social media, or they are public figures. They talk more freely about Israel, about the history of Israel, about the history of the country, and their right, if they have the right or they don't have the right. Before, we don't have this happening. So I can see a lot of changes in positive way. It's not easy for the Lebanese in general to immediately see this progress as yes, we are best of friend. It's going to take a process. It will take, because building this brainwash in certain one side, it's going to take them time as well to accept you in a normal way. Because I can see it myself. I never thought that I would be able to talk to an Israeli person, or I never thought that I will be friend with an Israeli people, because growing up in that community, in a nature where is we consider enemies to each other. Yeah, it makes it like I need to ask a lot. And then I exposed more about their lifestyle, the TV, the news, their people, they're normal people. I discovered like, oh my God, they are normal people. They are seeking for peace, but we are the problem. We are the one that they consider them enemy, because everywhere I go, whenever I say I'm from Lebanon, for any Israeli or any like people, like, oh, they give me hug. They love the idea that you know what I mean? But for us as a Lebanese, I don't see it like, if you see an Israeli, you just want to run away. It's just because of the back of the head that you're not allowed to talk to them. They are enemy. We can't. They will take your land. They will take your water. They will take, they will take all your resources. So that's always, there is fear. Always there is scary people next to us. We're not allowed to be friends with them. We can't. We're not even allowed to know their history. You don't allowed to know even the history back days. You study history from their side, and obviously they are the victims on that, if you want to see it this way. So that's more or less, this is how I see it. So it will take times. I think not first generation, and I'm not talking that we are Lebanese. We're kind of people, give it like not, we will accept you, of course, but it will take a little bit, few years, like 2 3 years, 4 years. They will forget immediately, and I'm sure it will be different than any other countries. Like, I know you are neighbor with other countries like Egypt. Even till now you have a peace agreement, but the hate and inside them, it's completely unreal. I don't think that will happen with the Lebanese people. This is how I see it. I see it will be different, but just give it some time to know more about your lifestyle, to know who you are, to start seeing your TV, to start seeing your life, daily life, and see you as a human. Because for most of them, they see you as a gun machine, and tanks and invaders, and you just want to take the lands. So once they learn about you guys and learn about your history from your side, seeing your side of the story, things will be completely different.
Thank you so much. And just allow me to say, as an Israeli, that I'm proud to be your friend. And now let's speak with another Israeli friend of yours, Selena. Hi, Selena. How are you? Great
Hi,
to have you
Tom.
here.
Hi, Ali.
Hi,
Nice to see you
Selena.
guys.
So
Good.
Selena is, amongst other things, is the manager of the Israeli-Lebanese discussion group in Telegram. And I wanted to ask you, Selena, as someone who is as an Israeli who is deeply engaged in Lebanese politics, dialogue, and connecting with many, many Lebanese, especially I think Lebanese from the younger generation. What do you see in the last 2 years, the change in the public discourse in Lebanon regarding Israel, regarding the peace agreements? What's your view of it?
Okay, so I cannot like talk about the whole 2 years because I started this group actually during the war between Israel and Lebanon last year in October. So we are 1 year plus old on this group, although I had like Lebanese friends from before. And I can say that everything changed, if you ask me. And I want to say to complete what Ali said, that now is more like the status quo was broken. All this taboo about speaking about Israel and Lebanon, there is no more. People can speak freely about Israel. They are going on social media, commenting, saying, we want peace. We don't want Hezbollah anymore. We don't want war. We don't want our country to be used. Stuff that nobody would have even dreamt to like say before, and stuff that people were not aware of. Because from what I speak with the people that are on the group and outside of the group, because a lot of Lebanese people are actually still afraid to be on this Lebanese-Israeli group. They still prefer to be on the side for now. But they all say that since the war last year, they started learning about Israel. They became curious about Israel. They started learning about the history, about the conflict between our countries, but also about the history of Israel. And because in school, like Ali said, they don't learn about this at all, or they learn a twisted side of history, a twisted version. And they started. Some of them actually started learning Hebrew during the war last year, and I have like 2 or 3 Lebanese that speak good to like pretty good Hebrew already, which is really nice. They speak quite a few words, and I can tell you that our countries are so similar and our cultures are so similar, and they're discovering it just now. And they're very eager to know more, and they have a lot of curiosity, and they love to speak to Israelis. It's not just me doing this on this Telegram or me talking to one Lebanese or another. There's a lot of Israelis and Lebanese talking to each other on the social media, more than we even can imagine, because we have so much in common and we have so many common goals. We both want peace. We both like are life-loving people. We want to party in each other's capitals. We want to visit each other's nature. So yeah, I think peace is more closer than ever right now at this point than it has ever been in the past decades. But yeah, it also depends on the political side in the end, you know.
Of course. So I see that our friend Carine Bassili have joined us. Carine, I understand that you have a bit of a hard morning, waking up sick. So thank you for the effort of joining us and take your time with the camera and everything. First of all, I would like to say a few words about Carine Bassili. She's a Lebanese singer from the Christian Maronite community who is basically harnessed her music to foster dialogue and understanding between Lebanese and Israelis. And I would like, first of all, for us to take 2 minutes to watch the music video that Carine recorded as a tribute to the victims of the October 7th, an Arabic cover of Hurricane by the Israeli singer Eden Golan, which represented Israel at the Eurovision. So with your permission, it will probably take a few seconds.
Yes. Good morning, guys. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Carine.
I'm, I
Great to
just
have
literally
you.
woke up. I just woke up literally just like 15 minutes ago because I was not feeling good. Literally, I just came like this right now.
So welcome. Thank you for taking the effort. We will in a few minutes we will watch your song. But first of all, let me ask you, how do you see the situation between the people today, the Lebanese and Israeli people? Because this is something you're deeply engaged in. Few of your last songs basically are dealing with or promoting awareness to the peace or to the need for peace between Israel and Lebanon. You obviously receive many reactions. I guess that not all of them are good reactions. What do you feel from the public, from the Lebanese public?
I think we all know there's groups of people in Lebanon. There's people who really, really want peace. We cannot know the percentage of them, but we know there's people who are still afraid to talk about it. There's people who are really like speaking and they're like not afraid, and this is something we haven't seen before. This is like a new category that we are not used to seeing before, and that happened after the war. We'd never seen them before the war. I started my journey in 2020. That's exactly when I started. And by the way, I started a group actually on another page. I cannot say which page it is. I don't want to like put my name on that page, but it's growing. And we started a group with Lebanese and Israelis actually in 2020, and then they were so excited to talk for the first time with Israelis, and it was amazing. But when I got banned and they saw me in the newspaper, that's when the group on Instagram actually Telegram didn't exist, I think, as it is right now. But that's when they actually the group failed because they were afraid, all the Lebanese, so they drove out from the group because they're like, we don't want to be in risk. But thank God right now things are changing. But yeah, so we have people like from the Shia, like most of them from the Shia, and actually sadly it's Christian too. It's all the anti-Semitic, which is actually, I believe, it started even in Christianity a long time ago. They're just, due to this brainwashing, due to the propaganda, due to all the things that we all dealt with, seeing in our country, they still, hold hatred towards Israel. But then we have people who don't really care, honestly. They don't care if there's peace, or they just want to live. I think there's like three categories of people in Lebanon: the one who have peace, the one, they don't want to have peace, they hate Israel, and the one who just don't really care. Like, they just want to live their life and that's it. So they don't care about even Israel, they don't care about anything. We just want to live. So regarding the songs that I do, I just can't wait, honestly. I have this album, but I've been putting on a hold, just not to release it yet. But yeah, I feel just there is different advocacy out there for Israel, and that people have been just speaking, and which is great. We need people to speak up. But for me, it's just like because I'm a musician and I love music, and I was doing Christian worship before. And through my journey to love Israel by reading the Bible, that kind of got me to be like, I felt like we have to start, especially when I was listening to Jewish prayers and, like songs, that kind of got me to.
Carine?
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Carine, are you with us?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Okay.
I got a call and they put me out of the call here. Can
Okay,
you guys
but
hear
we
me?
can hear you now.
Hold on,
Carine?
sorry. Let me see. I don't hear you guys now. I mean, I don't.
You can't hear me? Okay. Meanwhile, while we fix these issues, let's listen to Carine's song October Rain, and I hope that meanwhile she will be able to address the technical issue. Carine?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay. So please continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so anyway, and regarding the songs, I really believe, this is like another, I mean, when I start seeing how the Israelis, you know, they were reacting to how like they loved Arabic music even before October 7th. I was seeing that, I was watching this, and that kind of, you know, touched my heart honestly, because how many people really like they love like what's her name, like they listen to Nancy Ajram, they listen to Elisa, and I'm just like, I was really like, what, like they listen to our music. I was really like, it was really beautiful to see that, and I think start doing songs in Arabic that song resonate with their cause and with their what's happening to them and for their pain, and in Arabic, in songs that they know and they love, and that kind of like was the idea, just to support you guys from this area. So you can go ahead and put the song right now.
Okay, I will. Meanwhile, I will encourage the audience to write questions in the chat if you want me to read your questions, or you can start raising your hands if you want to ask yourself, of course, after the music video. So let me know that you can see it.
اكتب التاريخ اسمعني وانظر في عيني أتمنى ترحل بلا وداع أصير القمر الليل يلي ظلماتي وقال أن الكون بلا مكان ساعات وساعات تمضي في حياتي لما كان للخوف والوقت يجري لكل ما صارع الآن أتذكر أني في رحلة إيمان رحلة البقاء ليس لي أي مكان في العالم اترك الكل وراء
תום, לא כל כך שומעים.
Okay, I understand we have limited audio from some reason, so I stopped it, but I think you got the idea. I hope so. It's a very exciting cover version to Eden Golan's song that represented Israel in the Eurovision to commemorate the people that perished on the 7th. Carine, I would like to get back to something that you said before about being banned in Lebanon. Obviously, most of the viewers are not aware of what actually happened. Can you please tell us why were you banned and what are the implications? You're on mute.
I have a question. How can I put it back on speaker? I cannot function right now. How can I put it back on I can't hear too much. It's not on speaker.
Oh,
Where's the
but
speaker here?
you can't hear me?
رجعي على هن في 3 نقطات، شحطها هيك شحطها هيك شحطها هيك. هلا عم تشوفينا كلنا صح؟ بدك ترجع لما تشوفي حالك والهيدا بتلاقي الايكون تحت.
Okay.
So maybe you can write her the question on the chat so
Yes,
she can answer,
I
because
think-
we hear her. Write her the question on the chat.
Yes, I think I'll write to Carine, but meanwhile, Ali, I would ask for you to elaborate for our Israeli viewers about the relationship between the different sects in Lebanon, because obviously both of you are Lebanese, but Carine comes from the Christian Maronite community and you come from the Shia community, and in Lebanon there's also a Muslim Sunni community and a Druze community.
There's 18 sectors, let's say, 18 sectors of tiny, small country of 3 to 4 million. We have 18 sectors as the main one.
Yes.
Normally, during the civil war, this is how it starts, one against the other. So this is how the civil war started. But when it comes for the last 20 years, 15 years, you can see the life is normal among each other. There is still some issues. It happened through the leader of that group. When they need something from in a political way, they make a drama between these two sectors, between Sunni, Shia, Christian. There is always, different religions, always there's issues. But if you talk about people themselves, like a normal day by day, it's very normal. You don't see this hate. You don't see there's anger. You don't see aggression. But when it comes to politics, yes, you will see it. They manipulate each other by this conflict, by the religion side, I guess. I don't know if Carine can say something different.
And I can say something different for sure.
Because this is how I see it myself. But obviously, yes, they don't agree on one things. But people themselves, like me, normally I can always normally hang out with different religion, happy, my family, they are the same. But yeah, go ahead, Selena, sorry.
No, I was thinking when you were saying that, from my own experience, I'm talking like from my own experience, what's harder to do than peace between Israel and Lebanon? It's peace between the Lebanese and the Lebanese.
No, believe me, it's not this way at all. Maybe you have different, but I don't know. Carine, she might be back up, but
I'm
I
here.
told you we had the war. It was based on hate between religion, but normal people, you can see there is mixed area where they live together. But it's not like very hard. Like it's not like to the level between Lebanon and Israel. No.
Okay, I don't know. I see it different. Like I know what you're saying, that they live together, but that doesn't mean they like each other, first of all. And there's a lot of areas where they're separated. It's there's like a lot of areas where like it's mainly Christians or mainly Sunni or mainly Shia, like the
True.
south in Becca or some areas in Mount Lebanon. Like it's pretty segregated.
Yeah, but when it comes to politics, yes, there is hate. But when it comes to normal people, they work together, they live together, they hang out together, they mix together. But yeah, we have separate areas. But when I want to hate you more, I just involve the politics, and then this is when hates come.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is how I see it.
I wanted to learn from Carine about why she was banned in Lebanon and what were the implications. Carine, are you with us now?
I can hear you, but it's not on speaker. I was trying to figure out how to put it back on speakers. That's why I can hear you, but I have to put my ear close to the phone.
Okay,
Now we will hear you.
So why I was banned? I mean, when you have no history with a country that your country have law against it, that if you do any collaboration with, it's against the law. That we have a law in Lebanon that you're not allowed to collaborate with Israel. So when you have someone like me who believe in something which is something that I didn't really care for, I never cared for Israel, before 2017. I didn't really care for them. For Israel, for anyone, for no Jewish, I didn't care at all for all of you guys. But when I feel like when I got in a place for the first time, when I've heard God's heart for Israel from the Torah, from the Old Testament, and that got me to do these songs, because that brought a passion in my heart that I never ever had, knowing it's gonna be a thing that's gonna cause me a lot of trouble, but I really had to go with how I felt. I knew I have to start breaking this hatred between the neighboring country, because in the Christian Bible, we have scriptures that says, to love your neighbors as you love yourself, and to love your enemy, to bless your enemies. I mean, Israel is not our enemy, but if we are truly Christian, we have to do what we're supposed to do in this world. Not like the Crusaders. Crusaders were not Christians. They don't, their fruits is not, Christianity fruits is not killing, the way that we saw in the Crusaders against the Jewish people. But I felt like we have to go back to the origin, to what we are supposed to be. And that is to love and to forgive and to reconcile and to be the peacemakers, and doing the music and the songs to be banned for doing just, when I first released a song with my friend Yair, it was in 2021, January. It was a song for healing, not even song for peace, because I'm like, before we have peace, we need to have healings in our hearts, in both sides, in the Lebanese side and on the Israeli. I've done one time this Omni video, and I went to the Israeli sites where all the Israeli people are, and I'll tell you, I got the cuss, I got they were cussing me, they were even from people from Israel, I know they're just like sides on both sides like this. And it didn't offend me, but I start talking to them, and I'm not those people who would put that video yet out there to show people, I will not show this side. But, it made me even more realize, yes, even on the Israel side, after all the war, the last 2 years, we need healing between our country, and we need, really, and that healing will come through music, advocacy, just even like Zooms like this, and to be banned is just because I did something that never existed in the history between two countries that hate each other. Not hate each other, like they are in conflict. And just we're not allowed to do anything. And I literally searched on YouTube before I released the song, if there's anything on YouTube like history of Jewish and Lebanese coming together doing a song. I found nothing. Maybe there's archive a long time ago, but there is nothing like this. So obviously it was a shock for them to see it. And in that time, Hezbollah was in control of the government. And it was actually the first person who actually started working on my file. He was prime minister, I forgot his name. He tweeted it too. In that time, he tweeted it. And he was very proud of it. And that's how I found out about it, from my friend, because it was on every newspaper in Lebanon, and they called me and messaged me and told me hey, this is what's happening, you're banned. And I wasn't surprised that happened, because I knew they came a few months before to my house, where I used to live, and they were looking for me, because the thing is, you guys don't know, my last name is not Bassili. That's my husband's last name. My last name is Atiya, which is, I find out this is a Jewish last name, which is, that was amazing. So Atiya is actually from the south of Lebanon. So they were looking for me at Bassili. And the reason why it took them that long from 2021, January to 2022, it was on December 17. I will not forget that day. I was like, Merry Christmas to me, a few days before Christmas. What happened is that, they were asking for me and my sister, and they're, looking for me as Carine Bassili for a while, and then they find out, I don't know how, that I am Carine Atiye. So that's why on the paper it says Carine Atiye Bassili. They put both last names, they didn't put only one. So just because I did a song for healing, I didn't speak against Israel, Hezbollah, I didn't speak about Lebanon, I didn't speak about anything. It's just a simple song. So this is how serious in that time it was. And I think until today, probably still, I've done few songs after that. I've done many videos after that. It's like I'm already on that category that, I'm this girl. I was reported even many times on my videos from شو وزارة الخارجية شو
the Ministry of
Sorry, what?
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Foreign Affairs.
Yeah, and even from the من الدرك كمان في كمان من الدرك
So the local police as well.
is it are they the local police الدرك?
Yeah, like
Okay, well,
security,
yeah.
internal
الأمن
security,
العام, yeah. So there was a lot of reports
internal security.
on my page, you know. So, but thank God, you know, I was glad no one came near my family because, you know, I made sure I always say like, this is my opinion. I am responsible to my own action. My family have nothing to do with this. Some of them are not talking to me, which is there is, but I'm just like, I try to make sure like I say things to protect my family in this time because that was before the war. That was more dangerous. Now, with the elimination of big part of Hezbollah, I think, you know, we have more freedom, but at the same time, we know Hezbollah is infiltrated in some of the sectors, right? Ali, in some of the areas, like, you know, in the military, and like it's like we still have to be careful because they play a role in different sectors, and that's why we still seeing the Lebanese are afraid because they are like I don't know, like rats. They are everywhere, so they have to still be careful. I mean, they are not as dangerous as before, but we still
I
have
have
to.
a case. Sorry,
Huh?
Carine. I had a case recently. One of the girls that I know, I go on her live on TikTok. She had Atisai Adre on on her live, and they were talking. So immediately they reported her to the government in Lebanon, and now she's in trouble. She can't go to Lebanon just because she had like us. With Atisai on TikTok, you know, they go live and he was asking him questions. So for Lebanon, this is the law. Like,
So,
I mean, it's just a TikTok, and still they cause her problems, you know. I mean, that's what.
yes.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, for me to do. I mean, plus, don't forget, guys. I have my friends who came here to California. They came to the state. We went to not only California. We went to Washington D.C. We went to Florida. We went to different places. And sorry, I'm just gonna take a sore throat. Okay. I sing with these people live, you know. We were in events and we were singing together, so it's not only doing the songs and, you know, going on the news, and it's like you're not allowed to do this. We're not. But like I said, we are building an army of bold people like Ali, who's not afraid. We know we cannot go back to our country right now, right, Ali? But you know, it's worth it, right,
I
Ali?
don't have a legal. I don't know yet. Maybe after this.
Listen.
Not yet.
We've talked about it for a while, and we know you have to be careful.
I've been going publicly. I mean, I always try to give support, especially after the October 7th. Everywhere I have a chance to give support, that there's people who used to hate you, now they love you, they care about you, they give support. Everywhere I see any Jewish people, any Israeli people, in my trips, in my holidays, always they get shocked. They will be, especially they know that Lebanese, and they get scared from the name or the. So I try always to show support, show that I support you, I'm with you on TikTok in many occasions. So that's why I feel a little bit dangerous nowadays, but I never goes to the level where Carine, she did the song and support. But yes, we can't keep silent anymore. We need to raise our
Ali,
voices.
they don't know that he's done interviews on radios, on TV, but he's an anonymous, so he's done some stuff. And I love him so much more, even because he's like, even though he don't want to put his face, but he's putting his voice. Forget his
Look
face.
at me now, my
He's
face
putting
there.
his voice there, you know, and that's important.
Maybe now we have less fear than before, I guess. As you said, we are less fear than before. We see that we are on the horizons that to have a peace. We are on the way. We will get there, and I hopefully that will happen soon. At least peace, no hate anymore, no aggression, no fights, no war. So yeah, it makes us feel a little bit safer nowadays if we know that this group of people, they not dominate on every single sector of our government. They are less and less and less. They still have
Yeah.
power somehow, but they are much less. And I don't know. I need to speak. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing harm to anyone. I don't want the people that they grow up the same way I grew up to keep that hate inside me. I just need to open their eyes. Please go look at them, check the history, read it from their side. Don't be only from one side. It's not
Yes.
healthy for. It's that's what I'm trying to do, because at one day I was exactly one person, like completely. I will never accept to be with an Israeli or talk to them, or I always see them. They are the criminal. They are the one they attacking. They are, and I learned the history that it was completely the opposite. There is so many things that we learn. It was completely wrong. So that's what I'm trying to do. Even trying to do that with my family, with my close friend. Always they even sometimes they avoid talking to me anymore, because one word I can open for hours. I don't stop. But they accept me. So many friends, they accept me, even though they still with this narrow-minded about Israel, about the conflict, about the Palestinian cause, about everything. But with me, I always try to show them that the things that they never heard, they never seen, and they don't want to see. So I always show them the opposite, like not in a wrong way, which is the truth, because they put a lot of fake news, lots of AI, lots of and nothing to relate to the real cause of that. What happened? You know how it is the media. Because for me, I always think that's the exact media that the truth they are telling us. Now living between two culture, I'm from Lebanon. I'm Lebanese, Arab side. I listen to the news. I have a lots of Arab people, and the same times I'm on the Israeli side as well. I watch their news. I watch their people. I know their people. So I see the two different news, and I compare it, and I see the lies and on our from our side. It's like 80% is fake news. What they post on Instagram or TikTok, they are like parrots. They repeating just they wanna spread more hate and more hateful towards this community, this Israeli people, this country. So I always try to show them, no, look at this. This is not true. This is like one, for example, they show one story that look at the Israeli IDF. They went one of the village in Lebanon. They took our olive tree. And I checked out. I mean, before I said, like, I checked out. It was something happened in Haifa somewhere before, and but they link it to Lebanon. So I just need. I can't keep silent anymore, because I know this is so many fake news and so many. I don't want to see hate anymore. I just want to spread, like, let's accept each other. Just get close to each other. Know their story. Stop criticize for something it's not right. So. That's the things. I can't keep silent anymore.
In 2023, I was invited by a Lebanese Kataib, the office of the Kataib, for someone's house to go meet Sami Jmail.
Yeah.
And in that time, this guy didn't know.
Politician in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Tom, can you please explain what is
Yes,
this?
he's an important Lebanese politician.
So what happened is that I really felt like I don't want to put him in trouble. I don't want to get him in trouble because I was already banned, and this guy didn't know I was banned. So I had to call him and tell him, like, hey, like, and I think they were doing like a fundraiser for Lebanon, and I had to talk to him. I'm like, hey, I just want to tell you, like, I am in this situation because I do this and this and that. And I showed him my songs, and I showed him some of the things. I told him, I mean, if I can, I'm not into the political world too much. I never joined any group or any, like, political group. But there's something about this, Sami Jmail, that I feel like he's very connected to us somehow. Like, he think like us. He is like, he represents us in a way because we have a lot of similar opinion. So I told him what happened to me. So, and then he's like, okay, you know what, I need to talk to Kataib office in Lebanon to see if we can get you to come. So he reached out to them, and they told him over there, they told him that yeah, it's better not to have her. Even though I told him, like, I will not take picture with him. I just, like, I would like to meet him and talk to him. I really want to talk to him. And he said, yeah, I mean, this is amazing. She's doing this. We're not against what she's doing, but she cannot be with him in the same room. And, we want to be careful because he's gonna, like the election is coming soon and stuff. So I respected that, because I want to protect him too. I don't want to be like, I could have, if I was a person, I want to go after my desires, I would have went without telling anyone and did whatever I want to do. But like, I really wanted to be considerate to the guy, to his position. And I know it's not easy. We need to keep him alive first. We need people like him to still speak up for us, to speak up. I mean, they already killed members of his family. It's not our hope in him, but you just want to make sure we protect each other, to make sure that he keep doing what he's doing, and to hopefully one day, they'll be able to get our country where it really deserves. Yeah, so this is like one of the stories that happened with me regarding this whole banning.
Thank you so much, Carine. Yes, Hila, I see that you wanted to say something.
Yes,
Someone
I saw first of all that there is a question in the chat, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
also wanted to add a question to Ali, because Carine described before a little bit of what opened the door for her to see reality different, and she spoke a little bit about religion, which I thought it was really interesting because sometimes religions can be perceived as something that is very extremist, and here she brought it as a door to peace and to get to know the wider story. And I'm curious to hear from Ali what opened the door to him, especially as you described, Ali, growing up in a place that the whole education system taught you something different.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that I met Israeli people back in London 12, 15 years ago. It was still like kind of like I get a little bit closer, but I want to keep distance from them because it's not like something I can be a friend with. But it's make it step by step until I met my partner a few years ago. Which this has changed everything. First of all, I was a little bit yes, no, it took me a while. How could be a Lebanese and being with an Israeli like partner, it's not gonna work out. And I don't know, I convinced myself, okay, just go for it. It's I don't care whoever, whatever it is, it's just like, you know what I mean. Then once I get into this relationship, I start meeting the family, the friend, and more about the Israeli people, about the TV, about their programs. And I had so many questions I needed to ask, even though I was open-minded, but I still consider this the occupation, what you're doing, and it's things like that. And I hear the story from their side, and I see they start telling me like things. The opposite what I learned, because I only learned, I told you, from one side. So yeah, main thing is just living with an Israeli people, having people like family for me. They are very close to me, and especially after October 7th when it happened, it was very hard. It hit me really hard seeing these images, and I couldn't see a lot. But living the life for the first 3 months on TV on a daily basis and hear the stories about people that my partner knows, or it could be the nieces or the nephew or the relative, and if friends that they pass away and they've been killed on that terrorist attack. And I lived it, and I got really close into this cause, and I want to know more, and I want to give support more. This is how it all built up. And I see there is innocent people, and like all in come in one event after 7th October. I was completely opposite. Like I used to ask questions, but the more I get into the social media as well, interact as well on the news and reading. I start reading the history. I start reading the Jewish history back like 3,000 years, the religion and everything, and it changed. It changed a lot. Yeah, this is how it is. I think the education played big parts in our culture. That's what I always try to educate my nieces, my nephews, the people I know, I always trying to give them the right direction, how they go if they want to read something. Yeah, education, mixing with Israeli people, seeing the reality of their life, knows that they are really seeking for peace, but we are the one that they don't want to give peace. You know what I mean? The Israeli people, they're trying to make peace agreement with every single neighbor country, but these countries, they don't want to give the peace. So we are the trouble. We are the problem. So all they want to live in peace. So that's why I'm trying to explain as well. So yeah, that's the changes happen. So
Thank you so
nothing
much.
to add.
So I'll pick up on Neil Olmos's question on the chat. And meanwhile, I'll encourage everyone that is with us to write more questions because we're coming to an end. And if someone wants to ask something, then this is the appropriate time. You can also raise your hands if you want to ask it yourself. So Neil's question is, and I'll ask Selena to be the first one to relate it. I'll read Neil's questions. In my experience, when television news programs interview ordinary people found on the streets in Lebanon, they depict almost exclusively people who are extremely angry and express views that would be hard to categorize as anything other than hatred of Israel. What fraction of the Lebanese population is open to a non-hostile international relationship with Israel? What fraction of the Lebanese population is open to a non-hostile personal relationship with Israeli Jews, even if those relationships would not be full? So I'll first of all, I'll ask you, Selena, as someone who is deeply engaged in conversation with Lebanese.
Okay, so I don't have a percentage. It's not like I didn't do a census, but I can tell you that the percentage is increasing day by day. People are getting more frustrated in the country with the whole economical situation and the stagnation of Lebanon from all points of view, because they're stuck in this limbo until Hezbollah is disarmed, and people want better for themselves. And Lebanon is still in a very difficult economical situation. So until we're talking about peace, people just want to live better. They want to have better lives. They want to have money. They want to afford more things. And they know that they can achieve that by having peace with Israel. They know that this is going to be good for their future. So I think that the percentage is definitely much higher than before the war. And as I said, more people are getting now educated on what Israel is, what Israel's history, why did we have this conflict? And they really understand that there's nothing between us that really separates us, and all these wars were made by politicians or by certain factions, as we know very well, which were not representative for the Lebanese people and for what the Lebanese people want. So I would say that the highest percentage of the people that want peace it's in the Christian sector. And we have also a large percentage of the Sunnis and maybe a smaller percentage of the Shias. But overall, I would say maybe half of the country, 60%, they would be open to like have a relationship from neutral to friendship with Israel. Like from I don't care to like I want to be friends with these people. Like how much want on the international level, how much want on the personal level, I don't really know. That's very hard to say because there's no studies done on this. But yeah, I would say like around half plus. I'm curious what Carine and Ali think about it.
Yeah, of course, but I would also like to add that I don't think that there is a reliable information in terms of surveys like you would find in the United States of the public opinion, etc. So it's all basically based on assessments. Carine, what's your assessment?
I have friends who we talked about some of the polls that we see on social media, and they tell me like they don't even want to click on the poll to say yes, they want peace, because they just like some of them, they are that afraid to even click on it. So I honestly like Christians. There's definitely a high percentage in the Christians in Lebanon, and I think maybe I feel like definitely after the war we probably I feel like more like 50%, maybe, you know, like maybe a little bit more than 50%. And the thing is, like, I think it's between like we want peace, or we just like we wanna like we want to like we want peace, we don't want peace, or we just want to have just like it's like do you want to have
Inspiring,
peace,
please.
or do you want to have like um just like a what do you call it, hold on, just my head, sorry.
Long-term ceasefire agreement like we had
Yeah,
before.
just a
Because I hear
ceasefire agreement, and just like, you know, this is our
like
border, this
don't
is your
attack, I
border.
don't attack.
We don't want to have any relationship with you. We don't want to have war with you. You know, just like that's it. You know, it's like, you know, just like we want to have our own border. Just get out of Lebanon. You know, leave us alone. We want to have our own country back. We want to rebuild whatever, and just like we don't want to have war with you anymore. You know, like, you know, I think it's like again, like it's three categories. Like we don't want war, and we have a group who want peace, and a group who's just like you know, they don't want, they're just like they still want to have war. Like we know, we've seen this, they still want to destroy Israel, and we've seen until today there's people who still, you know, when they something happened in Australia, like there I saw like a lot of the comment, they are celebrating, they're happy, and they just still want, you know, the destruction of Israel. And this is like you know, not okay to still have that in our country. It just really bugged me so much to see people in our land who still think this way. It's just so annoying. But I think yeah, I think it's just we have three different categories, and the percentage is, I think, maybe a little bit above 50 who want peace. So what do you think, Ali?
I see more positive. I see, because I go lots on TikTok. I know for sure majority of the Christian people, they are happy to have peace, and even to have this relation. They go back to visit their holy land, and they have no problem with the Jewish and Israeli people at all. And they are seeking for that, not only peace, they want to have a good relation that they can go and visit. I've seen a lot. They talk very freely about it. Why you're allowed to go to Mecca, I'm not allowed to go to Jerusalem.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is percentage. It's very, very high among the Christian, especially after the last war, and they see that they see the truth as it is now, because they know who's the reason behind all this war, and who started the war, and what Israel was doing to stop not this war to happen. So now they are on the side where they see the reality more than that they are blinded. So this majority from these people, they are into this peace. Other sector in Lebanon, the majority of the rest, maybe let's say 50%, they want to have a peace agreement, like maybe normalization process will happen later on. But at the moment, enough is enough. We can't
Yeah.
take war anymore. We paid enough price for a conflict that we have nothing to do. And this fake Palestinian cause, that's the big lie in our society, that they brainwash about it for the last 40 or 50 years for no reason. We give up on this, and we want our country to regain its power again, and
Yeah.
more peace and stuff like that. Shia community, I know I told you the majority, they suffer from that. Every single house, they have one person been dead, or lost their family, or lost their houses. So they have pain from that society, even though I know for fact from the people that I communicate with, like, oh yes, why not? Enough is enough. We want peace. Like, they don't say, yeah, we want them to be friends, but they want peace. What they mean peace, like, Halas, we don't want to fight anymore. We don't want to go in a war with this country anymore. We know that we try it. We've been brainwashed about this. We throw them in the sea. We erase them from the map. We don't want them. This is all hallucination. It's not going to happen, and they understand that the reality, and they understand the power of this country. So we must do these peace things. There is percentage as well. They don't believe in Israel should exist. They still consider it as a occupied Palestine. They don't want to have peace. But these people, they just talk. But believe me, once everything's signed and we went to the process, it will clear off. The idea and the education and what they see, it will clear off. But at the moment, because I go a lot on TikTok, so many people like, yes, welcome. We want peace. We have no issues, and I see it very clearly. More percentage than before, and especially after recent events happening and the lies and the politics. So they had enough. So I'm very positive about it, but it's not magic. It takes time. It takes time to clear their brain from what has been put inside their brain about how to not accept, to hate. And once they get involved in this society, they see the Israeli more, they will understand the situation, and things will change. But
You know,
give it one.
I feel like around probably like 30% of the country that's like they are in the place like they don't believe that Israel's existence, you know, like in Israel. I feel like it's like 30%. That's how I feel. Like it's like 30% of the Lebanese, which is probably coming from even a little bit from Christianity, by the way, not only from Shia or Muslim, you know, like the Shia and the Sunni. And there's percent, I feel like it's like around 30% because I have been seeing a lot of that side. Especially, you know, I still get like a lot of those crazy people, like they're still cussing, you know, from Lebanon, and they're just like reporting me, and I struggled with my account for a while with that. But in the same time, you know, I feel like did I tell you? I don't think I shared that with you guys. I had a talk with Dr. Boulos. You guys know who Dr. Boulos is?
No.
So Dr. Boulos is like the Lebanese he is Stephanie Trump's father-in-law, like what's his name?
Oh,
Yeah, so I had a
he's
conversation with him
the
actually
commissioner, he's the delegate
for
Middle
Africa.
East, for Africa, yes, yes.
Yeah. I was like, why not Lebanon? Like we
The
want, you
advisor
know,
of
I'm playing with
Trump.
the Lebanese with the Israeli flag in my hand. I'm just like playing, playing. Anyway,
Look what I bought.
I'm like playing in
I'm
my
gonna
hand,
put
you
them one
know.
day like this.
Look at us. Hey,
Amazing.
just go back, do it. Just for, I'm not gonna share it with anyone. I'm not gonna, just where are you?
You can see it.
Okay.
You got
Put it
it?
back.
Hey,
Where? Put it back.
خلاص, I'm not allowed to go to Lebanon now.
خلاص.
خلاص.
ما عملت, I didn't do it.
Bye
Anyway.
bye, mama. Bye bye, papa.
Listen, you've been saying for the last 2 years you want to go to Lebanon. You're not going right now. You're stuck with me right now.
By the way, guys,
I need a friend with me.
by the way, guys, to tell you something as well that I didn't tell you. Into 2021, 22, I was in Lebanon all these years, and I built my tiny little house in Lebanon. And like I lived in it for like 2 months. Now it's gone. So even though I don't blame the Israel for that, I blame who took us to this war. So even myself, I lost from this war. I lost all what I gained. Like I built this house after 20 years saving for that. Now it's
It was
gone.
a very beautiful house. I wish if you can show them how cute it is.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Maybe I can.
It's a very cute place.
So it's gone. And when I knew it, I get upset not from Israel. I get upset from the
And I
from the one who
testify
took
that
us.
we were in the group, and when he showed us all the pictures, his attitude was just like not against Israel. It was like so beautiful to see his heart.
Yeah, I'm expecting to lose it. I'm very close to the border,
Yeah.
very, very close to Mutilla. How you call it in Hebrew? Mutalli, we say it in Arabic.
Mutalla.
Mutalla, yeah.
Tom, I want to share about Dr. Boulos.
Yes, please do. As we come
Dr.
to
Boulos, you know, when I talked to him, because I think there was something was said on social media, and I shared it with him, and I told him, and because he was like very like positive, you know, about what's happening, and I'm just like, what do you mean, like this is happening? Like I think it was like to do with Hezbollah or with the Lebanese government, and we were not seeing anything moving forward. Okay, and so I told him, like, how can you be that optimistic? And it just doesn't. They are still in control of the country, and he's like, oh no, it's not as you think. It's just way more, there's more things happening, and he didn't tell me exactly what it is. But then, you know, I had many just like back and forth conversations from on Instagram, and I remember, you know, like even talking to his wife, and she was saying, like, you know, like, I can wait until we're able to go to Israel, because she know what I do, and she loves music. She's very artistic, and she have dance school in Africa actually, And she said, I can wait until we will be able to talk and about Israel without being accused, and can wait until we can go there and to have the freedom to to do whatever we want, as Lebanese without actually hiding it. I'm not sure if they've been to Israel before, but I was like thinking, I wonder if they went without showing it. But then a few months after, I see him with a Jewish guy, and probably all of us, we saw this. I don't know if you guys saw it. He actually was with a Jewish guy with a kippah from Israel, and they were like shaking hands, and I'm just like, okay, maybe this is why you are doing the Africa delegation, but not Lebanon, because now you're just, as a Lebanese, you're not supposed to do this, like even as a leader. But it was just like really hopeful to see that he's really vocal, he's really stepping up, and to have him posting that picture on his social media, I was like, okay, all right. There's just definitely, it was really good to see it.
Definitely an interesting development. As we approach at the end of this very important conversation, and Carine, I know that you have to enter to leave us soon, so I will ask each of the participants to take 2 minutes to address the other side. So, Carine, what would be your message to the Israeli people today?
You're mute.
You're mute.
Probably my message is don't give up on Lebanon. We're family. And there's a scripture that says a house divided cannot stand. And I believe Lebanon and Israel, we are one when it comes to the history, when it comes to, like our DNA. Like, obviously, I don't know, Ali, you ever shared what we've done, you and me? Well, with all the stuff.
Please do. Please do.
He did? Did you? Have you ever shared that before, Ali?
Which one?
The DNA?
Yeah, not in here, but yes, I got it. I was 22% North African Jewish or something, and in total I have both, like it was 29% Jewish in my blood.
Yeah, he got more than me. He's Shia. He was Shia Muslim. He got more Jewish blood than me. And I have like 22.7% or something. Ashkenazi and Mizrahi, mostly Mizrahi.
But before
anyway, so I mean, we
since...
just think about that thing, like can you imagine how many more? Think about this. Hezbollah armies or members who have Jewish blood. Just if you think about it, like there's many who have it. But anyway, just don't give up in Lebanon. That's why I said this example, because hopefully one day they will realize, and I believe Hashem is waking us up to see that and to be able for Lebanon and Israel to become in unity again. Not like Israel is going to take over Lebanon, but we're going to be in unity, and we'll be like these neighbors. They open doors, on their, like how it is. You guys have that in Israel too. The neighbors in the floor who get very along, they keep their doors open, like they don't close them, So this is how I see it. It's gonna happen one day, and hopefully we're gonna see it pretty soon here. I think I give it, honestly, I give it 2 to 3 years. So, and I know it's gonna happen. I really have that. What's got me to do what I'm doing, because I believe it's gonna happen, and I was able to take the risk. And I would just tell you, just don't give up on Lebanon. Keep, stay positive. There's many people who are there. They love you. They don't hate you. And especially after the war, some of them probably they did, but now they changed. So yeah, just stay encouraged. We're gonna get there.
Amen. And just for reference, because I know this story, but most of the people don't. So you referred to a DNA test that not only both of you made, but more members from your group, if I'm not mistaken, 16 members.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, out of the 16 results, all of them had some percentages of Jewish DNA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, most of them have it. One of them, he did different
Gloriana
DNA
tests. Had a lot. Gloriana, you remember she sent you?
Yeah,
she has
Gloriana
like
is
30 something. It was
30
really
something,
high
and even Anthony is 33. Anthony is hilarious. Anthony, like when I look at him, I met him here. I look at him, I was like, dude, this guy looked like he looked a Jew. He looked like a Jew. Like, I was just like, and I told him, dude, have you done your DNA before? He's like, no, but I want to. I'm like, you have to go do your DNA, buddy. I'm like, sweetheart, you're 19 years old. Go do your DNA, you know, like a mama, you know, like telling him. And then he went and did his DNA. He was like 33%. I have the picture of his DNA on my phone. 33%. You know, and he was just like, oh my goodness, I wonder why I love the people. I don't hate them. I'm not able to hate them. I'm like, yeah, it's in your blood. I'm like, you have it more than me, you know, like, so I had this feeling. I'm like, oh, you have it more than me. Dang it, I want to have it more.
You can do
But
Alaya
anyway, there's
application,
one
what you call
person
it?
who actually my sister is a pure Mizrahi, like she's 23% just Mizrahi. I was like, oh, you're a pure breed, you know. And there is one guy, he did the ancestry, and they told him you are 100% Middle Eastern. I'm like, no, dude, you have to go do the other one. We want to know how much Jewish blood you got. So my heritage, it's actually a Jewish company in Israel. And we have Fabien. Fabien, he works for this company. He's Lebanese. He's over there. So this is the one I tell them to go do. That's gonna show them. So
that's an amazing story. We need to wrap up, so I'll just ask first. Thank you, Carine. So I'll just ask Selena to speak 1 minute about her message to the Lebanese people, and afterwards Ali to give his message to the Israeli people.
Okay, so I'll say that I think it's enough to have had our people's relations hijacked for the past few decades for no reason whatsoever. We never hated really each other. We're not meant to hate each other. We're not meant to be enemies. We were hijacked by foreign entities on both sides that made us be enemies, but we are meant to be friends. And I think it's time to remove everything that is not part of our culture and our history on both sides, and just go back to like how it used to be once, and just be friends again, be neighborly countries. We are ready. We are so ready here in Israel. I can tell you most Israelis have nothing against Lebanon and the Lebanese people, and we want peace with Lebanon. Like, our animosity has always been against Hezbollah. We know exactly who the enemy is. We don't confuse between the Lebanese people and this terrorist organization. And yeah, we're ready for peace. We're waiting. We're always talking here in Israel how we want to go have fun in Beirut, or how we want to travel, how we want to go ski in the Lebanese mountains. Like, this is our dream.
I'll join Selena's word 100% as an Israeli. Ali, we have 1 minute. Can you please give us your message?
A quick one. I send message to all Israeli people: don't give up. Hope that people, they don't love you. Look at me. I was completely against Israeli. I was one of these people go down and free with this demonstration, and everything's turned from hate to love. So there is so many love not discovered yet. Just give them the time. They are being fooled by the media. They are being fooled by what they learn from their society or from their community. Once you give them the chance to know the real side of your story, the real side of who you are, believe me, everything will change. Because I never thought that one day I will stand in this position where I completely 100% I stand with you guys, and I stand with your cause, and I stand with your existence, and I stand that you're people that all you need is just all you're seeking is the peace and love, and you will find the love. Just give them a little bit chance, and there is so much out there. They are either hidden, not discovered, or they're scared to show, but it will come. The day will come, and I'm sure soon will come. Peace will be all over Middle East I'm sure before 2030, but I'm hoping by 2030 we'll have amazing Middle East. I hope in our time.
Ali, where's your Israeli flag?
I'm Israel Chai, guys.
Look,
Israel.
I also have mine. My background
one
is
eye
hiding
here. This is one eye, and this is the second eye. So this is how.
So cute.
Amen. Salam alaikum. Shalom aleichem.
Shalom
Peace upon
aleichem.
you.
Shalom, guys, and happy Hanukkah.
Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
everyone. Thank you for having me, and Carine, get well soon, inshallah, حياتي.
All right, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yalla, bye,
תודה
bye,
רבה,
Selena.
thank you,
Bye,
תודה, תודה.
everyone.